Hello and welcome to Cloud Monday and our new game. And you saw right from the beginning, just as soon as I launched it, we had in the top right corner a little warning about the streaming conditions. So, a little nervous, but it did eventually work. Yeah, this is Humankind. It's kind of like a Civilization kind of clone type game, or Civ Rev. Okay, so they call it a historical strategy game. I have played them before, but not for a long time. So I think best start the tutorial. But yeah, I heard some audio issues as well. Subtitles on, yeah, subtitles on, subtitles on. See, I don't mind that, but I want size. Look how tiny that is. And I don't even sit right in front of this TV. It's a 1080p TV, but I am a couple of meters away. And in my headphones, the audio quality isn't high. So it's really weird. Select a symbol for the Empire. These all look a little realistic, don't they? As in, they've existed around the world at some point, some of these. Dreamcast. Well, it is Sega co-published. Is anything like, I'm from England, so The Crown, but is there anything like Celtic-ish? That's kind of Celtic. Thirdly, English rose. Why not? What colour should it be? Yellow for the site colour. So yeah, I've never done one of these sort of games for Cloud Monday, so really be interesting to see how easy it's going to be to save. My concern from my old experience with like Civilization 3 and 4 is that there becomes a point where the other AI characters are doing their turn. You're waiting like 2 or 3 minutes, maybe even more, for all the actions to take place. So if we get a warning in the top right corner of the disconnection, that's only a 20-second warning before we disconnected. We need a way to save quickly. So my hope is that we are going to have like an autosave, hopefully at the start of our turn or at the end of our turn. But we shall see. The game hasn't shown us what the autosave is going to look like, which is something a lot of games do. We had it before in Soul Hackers 2, where it clearly said this symbol is the autosave, and they didn't hide it on the screen either. It was proud and clear on the screen when it autosaved. Man, this loading is taking ages. This is the PS4 launch model PS4. But the game getting streamed to us is the PS4 version, not Pro, not PS5, actual PS4. So that includes PS4 loading speeds.
At sub-zero temperatures in a vacuum. Rather boring. However, on a small damp rock, there is a story that bears a second look.
So this audio sounds so much better.
It's your story. But the first 4 billion years or so mostly concern amino acids. Not much of a page turn. But then, over time, the amino acids bond together, and things start
Nothing that
to
says
get
skip on the screen either.
and a bit
A lot of games do that. So again, if we had the warning, we'd know which button to press to perhaps get us to a save.
A certain subspecies of hominid discovers that you can do more with a sharp rock than annoy your little brother. Tools and weapons are invented. The hominids begin to cooperate. Fire becomes a servant rather than an unpredictable force of nature. They learn to tan the skins of animals for clothing They learn ways to record and probably exaggerate their adventures. Eventually, these tribes learn to build shelters and immediately hold the first barbecue parties. This is the dawn of humankind. Struggle and cooperation have been rewarded. The Neolithic era draws to a close. The whole world beckons. This tribe has come far, but the rest of their story is your story. You are the one who will build them into a great civilization. How far will you push humankind?
Well, there we go. I like that introduction.
A race begins. A new world, a new history, untold possibilities. There is so much to see, to do, to learn, or, depending on one's preferences, to destroy.
Again, different types of audio. Okay, welcome to Amplitude Studios Humankind. Sure. Hints. You only need to understand a bit of everything to have fun. With time, you'll come to master the most advanced mechanics. You'd hope so, that with only a bit we can win basic stuff. First objective is to survive the Neolithic. So, I can't see which button that is, but I have to assume that's the left one. And again, don't know which one that is, but I have to assume that's L2 to... no, R1? L2? R2 to zoom. Again, because it's so tiny, and I'm not sitting close to the TV, I can't read what it says. These people are your people, your tribe. A group of units occupying the same tile is called an army, whether it simply explores, defends a position, or attacks an enemy. This tutorial is really slow, isn't it? It's like pause, 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 and then something else. But it hasn't told us what to do. That's the weird thing. These are our people. Yes, this is called an army because they're standing together. Yes. Now what? We've got objectives on the map. Are these things we have to go to? You got a +2 for food there. Tooltip mode. Doesn't tell us anything. What? What? It doesn't tell us how to go across the other tips, does it? Oh, this is weird to start with. And all the things on the screen have shortcut keys to them. That's grand. But what does any of it mean? So I'm just going to hit select at this point on the screen. Not moving. Do I have to select an algorithm? Man, that is tiny. Select it. I'm guessing that has to be X because that's what I pressed to activate this screen. Press the move button. Looking around on the screen, but there's nothing here that says move. Perhaps that's analog stick? I know, X. Triangle? Square? Let's change panel now. So it looks like we've got 4 movement points.
Full bellies and healthy children. I see where this is going.
So on the right side, the tribe, out of 20 now says 5 for food. But now it's gone down. So you press circle to end the turn because we've got no more movement points. But why do we now have 2 tribes, 2 armies? That's not what I was trying to do. I'm not trying to break it up either. I'm just trying to work out how I got 2 of them. Where did the second one come from? End turn. I'm pressing circle, but nothing's happening. What was it? Square. Okay. There are 3 ways to get your first era star. Increase your population, gather science, or hunt animals. In order to gain units and increase your population, gather food. So that's probably what happened. We gathered enough food to increase our units. So why didn't you just say that and not wait? It's interesting that it's... See, now it says I gained a new unit. The turn after I got a unit. Bizarre.
Even those who have disappeared may have done something very clever.
You need to research the bronze working to do it, to get that forest. Prairie. It says select a tile to move your army towards, and I'm doing that. It's like 1, 2. Why can't I move? Now I can. Your army has enough stars influence to found its first outposts. Outposts are crucial to the development of your early empire because they allow you to claim territories. Can we build one then? Outposts exploit food and industry and can be turned into cities. Choose the best possible spot. So we need the best food and industry. So there is 14 and 10. Here 16 and 16. 13, 10. Can't do that there. 12, 9. I'm guessing where we are at the moment, it's probably the best place for it. Alright then. This claims the territory as ours, but claims are fragile. Consider attaching the territory or evolving a city. I guess that's it.
You have built a first outpost, adding another territory to your empire. I know, you're hoping this is the beginning of something very, very big.
Well, we don't need to relocate. How do I get... Now what? Every empire has traditions and customs. Cultural influence, okay. Earn influence by hunting or discovering science. Use influence to fund your first outposts. again, it's telling us after the fact what we already know. The horses, but we don't have domestication yet. I'm going to zoom in. Need bronze working for that. Guess we go there. Hunting party. What's that one? What? So what's the hunting party then? So it wants us to attack the animals. I think that's what it's trying to do.
Kill them!
Top, middle. Your side is stronger overall. So the computer can do it for us. Manual battle, instant resolution. Let's do instant. It says I can get battle reports by pressing a button. It didn't tell me I couldn't read what button it was. I'm starting to think Forwaris is the town, and the hunting party is there.
What's over there?
Guessing we can't move because we did a fight? I'm not entirely sure.
This way.
They're not moving. End turn, I guess?
Onwards.
Okay. So we've now got 3 parties. It's there to auto-explore. So the right stick helps us move around the screen. That's probably the next location. There's a blue line there. Is that us? That's probably not us, is it? Someone else. What can we do here? Doesn't look like we have any control over this at the moment. And turn then, I suppose. Something up there. See, I want to split these up. One goes north, one goes west. So how do I do that? Seed of an idea? Plant or grind? The ground down grain could feed the tribe twice over. But one of the tribal elders had another idea. Instead of pounding the seeds into flour, she suggests planting half of them so the grasses may return next summer. It is a curious idea, at odds with the nomadic life. Sure, we'll plant. So how do I split these guys up? Which one of these is split up? Can I pick them one by one? Transfer, disband, rename. Create a new army. Okay, so you guys can go off on that adventure. And you guys can go off up there. So I'll split my resources between these two. They can move one time. And they can move one time. Sanctuary. Huh. We can ransack. I don't think we can do it right now. It's not an option here. Let's ransack, but yeah, it's not working. So I'm guessing that's our movement. Let's get you guys. Moving over here. So we haven't created a new town yet, have we? We just got this one. And there's something here. So it'd be nice if we can create a town up here. And then perhaps one down south. So let's get these guys to ransack. Guess that's finished. Ah, there it is. Is that done? Maybe. Well, I want to, like I said, create a station or an outpost. That's what I want to do. But I can't do that yet because I need more influence. So I'm going to send these guys down to eventually go here. I can send these guys here. Let's see, check this out. As this ransack probably done, so let's end the turn. We have ransacked them. Looks like we gained 5 of something.
For the tribe!
Fight. We won. Let's go here. Can we move? No. No, I don't want to turn.
It's one of those moments that make you feel like a small thing on a wondrous planet.
We've discovered something. Nice. Left side. Fame rewards the deeds of your tribe. Gain fame by discovering natural wonders. Earn as much fame as possible. And we'll cover fame later. Okay. Someone has got it? Us? I think us. Different affinities. Each culture has different legacy, different traits. Man, it's been so dense. I haven't had a chance to even think about the autosave and manual save yet. There's just going to be so many of these, isn't there? Influence on territory. +3 food, stability. Influence per farms. Sure, let's just pick that one. It says this is a natural wonder, but I can't see it because there's a big sign in the way. And I can't really spin the map around. So sure, I can see it, but I also can't see it. How crazy is that? Alright. Tribe's legacy, what's this? Farmers, storytellers, markers. For many moons, the tribe has trekked the wilderness slowly, tortuously, learning the secrets. How the materials hidden in places in plain sight might be fashioned to the tribe's advantage. Now you must decide in what domain the tribe will truly sharpen its knowledge. Will you be renowned as makers, farmers, or charmers? Sure, makers, why not? How do I create an outpost? That's what I want to know. Oh, it's got at the bottom R1 triangle. So that's notifications. Still nothing here that even tells us what options are. So I'm going to hit options on the controller. Okay. If I go to save, there better be an auto save there already. Okay, it is saving automatically after every turn. That's good to know. But why didn't the game tell us this say this already? Oh no. Let's try that. Okay, it's a quick save. Come on, give me some options here. Sound on. Perhaps headphone noise? Headphone mode might help. See, a lot of things here. There we go. Autosave frequency, that's good. Maximum number 10, that's fine. It's what we needed to know, what it should have told us right at the beginning. Nothing about subtitle size or anything like that. Game options. Alright. I would like to have a new city. I want to claim territory. So let's get you guys exploring. All the way down here, see how that goes. I fear that that's not going to work. Yeah, there we go, there's the warning. So it looks like the easiest way to get this game to save would be to just activate the autosave by hitting square. We'll get those guys going that way, and the other guys will go down south.
Ah, the challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay. As far as markets go, we know the Olmec traded their marvelously crafted goods of jade, but we know little more. This is your story to write.
Alright. The rules of earning fame have changed. The Empire with the most fame will win the game. Era stars are era specific, so we've got to relearn or re-get our stars. So we need to get 7 stars to go to the next era. So these guys we're going to go up here. Doesn't appear to be anything there, so you guys are finished. These guys are going to go south. Go up there and we found some place interesting, but we can't do it this turn. And these guys, I wanted them to go south. To recheck out all this area. See if we missed anything. But that's it. And how's this town doing then?
A city means shelter for those who need it. A place to
I
store
think I
food,
created a city without knowing I
pens for the
could.
pigs. It may not be glorious, but it beats sleeping under trees.
So we need to create something. Cultural Blitz. Activate Cultural Bliss. I think that's L1, L3 maybe. First construction. What are we gonna build? Olmec Head, Farmer's Quarter, Maker's Quarter, Pottery Workshops, Scouts, Feasts. Of course, that'll take 3 turns. So let's do that. I mean, that's the end of our turn. Technology has been unlocked. Your scientists will soon research new ways of fulfilling strategic dreams. What should our first one be? Domestication. Yeah, it's ending turn advances whatever the city's doing. I think we've accidentally... Okay, we didn't skip forward today.
Follow me.
Okay, so there's nothing here. Like, we can't go immediately across the water. Nor can we there. So let's head back to the town.
Come over here.
Again, I would like to create a new outpost if possible. Let's get these guys checking that out. So that's salt.
Off we go.
That's then done. These guys, we're just kind of going up.
This way.
Okay, it's the end there.
Off we go.
Again, nothing for me to build a new outpost with. Feels like I'm missing some aspect of the town building part of this game. Well, let's attack that then. I guess we should check out that natural wonder. Yeah, for the scouts. But we can't move this turn. So they're done. I do like how the world forms and appears as we move. That is a pretty cool looking technique. I wonder if at this town we need to create settlers, for better of a better word, like in Civilization you would have to. Head back. Toe in the water. That must be for building something. I think we can build a new one. I think that's what it's saying. It's saying 1/2 on the top right. So perhaps that means we can build a new one. Maybe. Maybe. What should we build? Let's go with farmers, why not? The game automatically suggests tiles with the optimal resource output for you to place your districts on. Okay. For now, it's best you follow the suggestion, sure. They're moving. I want these guys to check out the natural wonder. Plus, there's a question mark over there. Looks like there might be a caldera or something there. What's that say that is? Meteorite impact? Crater, yeah. Be cool if we could turn that into, like, this whole area around here into an outpost. We'll see what happens with those guys. There's see, we can claim territory if we wanted. 10-4, 6-6, 5-6, 8-6, 6-6, 13-4, 10-4, 12-4, 10, 10, 9-8. Five 12, 5-11. Kind of feels like if we wanted to create one, this is kind of the best area for it. There it is, 13-4. But we're not going to. We're going to check out whatever that is. Oh, I see, is the coast. Well, we can't check. We can't do anything there. It's water. We've got a question mark. We'll head there next. I think that's everyone. So, check this out. What's here? Unknown strategic resource. Okay. So we'll find out what's there next turn. that? We got new units. So if I want them to create an outpost, do we get anything cool from this? We don't, do we? Nothing that great.
Over this way.
And who are you guys? Warriors. Well, let's get the warriors to check out these question marks. Unknown strategic resource. Unknown strategic resource.
Yes.
Unknown strategic resource. Alright, not useful at all. Has everyone moved? Looks like it, maybe? Nope, these guys aren't moved. It was weird that the outpost wasn't an option for them. So perhaps there's nothing here that makes it outpost worthy. I'm wondering if this blue outline you might be able to see is the territory of one individual city, and if we wanted to create a new city, it's got to be outside this blue outline. Oh. Technology trees. We can do as many of these as we want. I think Canada would be useful next, followed by irrigation, then perhaps sea defense. So if we like domestication, we should be able to exploit the horses. So yeah, we should be able to build a horse ranch here. That worked? Did I make a mistake? No, it's doing it. Can't zoom in anymore to see the horse ranch. Too far. Come on, camera. See, the camera's here, but my thing is there. I want to check the notifications, but I can't remember what that key thing was. Sure, let's check out that saffron.
Yes, sir. Follow me.
So what can we do outpost wise here? Six two, 7-2. We need more influence to build. I think this might be someone else's territory, or within someone else's territory. And they're not particularly great places. Where is the other group? There's nothing for them to fight over here. So is there any outposts worth doing? Like we got 6-2, 7-2, 8-5, 6-5, 6-2, 2-4-7, 2-9, 2-9, 7-4, 6-4, 6-6. 7-4. Sure, let's build one here. So they're creating an outpost. Actually, we're going to move them here next turn. See what that is. So we've got south of the inlet, north of the inlet. We're going to try and get one over here, west of it. So you guys are going to have to make a move here. Oh, I'm guessing it was directing us to a group that hadn't moved. So now we can in turn. So you guys check out that mercury deposit. Is there anything up here worth settling? It'd be nice to press like L1 or R1 just to skip to the next set of troops. So let's get here. So outside the influence of this city, San Lorenzo. So next turn we might be able to create a new outpost, maybe. For you guys to check out that. Damn. The city. Send you out down here. So we don't know what's down here yet. In city. Still creating an outpost. Oh, there's a sanctuary we'll be able to take. I think we can do one more turn, turn 15, without call it for this part. If I miss something. Discovered animal bones, I think that's what that was. So you go towards the river here. Ooh, something else to check out. Ah, you can press R1 over here. We want something up the north, I think. What the best place? Yeah, someone else's influence there. 6-6. There was a 12. Yeah, 12-4's there. We can go. We can go press more industry this time. We've done a lot of farm ones, like 8, 10, 11, 5, 10, 4. Like that's 5, 12. There's a lot of industry we could do there. Sure. Let's do something different for this one. Not buying out. Just flipping between. That's going to take 4 turns. Wondering if we needed to keep the people there. That's finished. Finished. Okay. Ransack. Did we just do damage to our own territory by ransacking that? Not entirely sure. Yeah, we're going off
No complaints. Get in.
exploring. Oh, it's water. No wonder they stopped.
Off we go.
Perhaps there's ice up there? Yeah. So that's the world map we've discovered. You can see I've got 3 cities so far. Well, 1 city, 2 outposts being built. But we're going to call it a day for this playthrough. There's manual, override it. Ugh. Every now and then this game flips what circle and X does. So, there it is. Turn 15. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to head to the PS4's internet speed test so you guys can get a sense of what I'm working with today. So, let's head there now. So in network, there is test internet connection. For me, my PS4 is wired to the router. Upload speeds are pretty poor. Because we're watching a video, upload isn't as critical as download. It's not great. That's one of the reasons why we do 2 parts. In part 1 and part 2, if one's good, one's bad, we get a better average. But Humankind is interesting. It does save after every turn. It auto saves after every turn. It's fantastic. If you get the 20-second warning, just skip a turn if you really need to save, or don't worry about it because you just go back to your previous one. So if you've done a lot of micromanaging and then 20-second comes up, press square. It'll save that and you're fine. If you've just got to your turn and the 20 seconds appears, you can try manual save if you want, but the autosave will be done. So for now, Humankind is a good game. When we had the grey on screen, that's what we call a stream tear. Remember, we're watching a video, so some of the frames per second of that video were missing information, and the default is to show grey. But seeing as nothing happens unless we tell it to end turn, if we get it, we can just ride it out for a couple of seconds. Or if things aren't clear at the current zoom, you can zoom in or zoom out. So it's pretty well built for streaming, from what I can gather so far. I'm not going to say impenetrable, but there's not been a lot of thought behind the tutorial, is there? It was incredible that it gives us all this information and then just dumps us on the screen. There was an interesting square. I went to that square, I pressed X, and nothing happened. It's crazy. There was nothing to say. Choose your unit, and then press X, and then go here by pressing X. The tutorial needs work. But of course, this is something you'd learn through multiple playthroughs, but not exactly the best first impression. And the text is really small, and there's nothing in the accessibility options to make the subtitles or text or anything better. I'm probably, I don't know, 2 meters, 2.5 from my TV, and it's small. And then I'm farther away, and it's even smaller, and you can't make out the symbols on the buttons. So it's more of a critique of the game itself rather than the cloud streaming experience. So, until part 2, or until I see checking out some of the other videos, playlists, shorts, or live streams on YouTube, or maybe I'll see you over Ko-fi. There's a small YouTube channel, we get no money from YouTube. Over Ko-fi, we can get donations, including PayPal donations. And we also have some subscription tiers, so maybe one of them will interest you. But wherever or whenever I see you again, please take care.